Welcome back, everybody. My next guest is actually my favorite because not only is he the CEO of Kona AI, but he's also my husband, Vince Walden. So Vince has a great background in compliance and fraud. He's the CEO of Kona AI, a software technology built to fight compliance and fraud related issues, but he's also got an incredible background as a partner at a Big Four and started his own company. Hi.
Well, it's so good to be back on the show. I'm usually a cameo, but it's great to be a guest.
You're officially a guest now. And you know that
Thanks, Jeannie.
theme's episode is relatability.
Yes.
And in your line of work, you are working with fraud issues, with compliance issues, with some of the biggest scandals on the planet.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're working primarily with Fortune 500 companies, helping compliance professionals and internal audit and risk professionals fight global fraud, corruptions, and sanctions and trade compliance. It's a dangerous world out there. And for those global companies looking at high-risk vendors, customers, and employees, it's a serious matter, especially when the regulators get involved.
So how do you relate to all of these big global issues that are going on? How do the people in your company relate to these challenges?
Yeah, at the end of the day, and as a software company CEO and kind of the face and, and also part of the sales team, it's a relationship sale. I mean, we're talking about a serious matter, and being able to connect with your audience through multiple facets. So, and again, we're very much virtual these days, and even the executives that I work with are virtual, whether they're in the office, but oftentimes they're home and their teams are global. So we're never getting together in one office. I mean, it's great if you can, but it's very rare. It's always over Teams or Zoom or something. And being able to tie multiple touch points together, I would say, we're meeting on Teams, but then they're seeing me on LinkedIn. And maybe in some cases I'm tagging them if that's something I'm collaborating with them on. I try to be relatable through that concept of collaboration or innovation. And everybody wants to innovate. Everybody wants to be a part of something new. And when they can sense my passion for fraud prevention and detection, I think that goes a long way in, building those relationships.
That's such a good answer of making that omni-channel presence and creating a relatable presence and a brand.
Right. That's the brand.
That's cool. Okay. So your company's Kona AI, obviously leveraging and using artificial intelligence with all of the technology behind it. How does the technology stay relatable and more humanized with the clients that you're working with?
I've always told my teams, even when I was a partner at a Big Four accounting firm, I always would tell my teams, if we're not innovating something new every 6 months, we're dead. We'll not be relevant, right? If we're not constantly creating new ideas, new fraud risk areas to test around high-risk vendors or high-risk customers or employee theft or fraud, if we're not inventing new algorithms and new analytics, we'll be quickly irrelevant. And to be relatable, you've got to be innovating. So between innovating constantly, I'm an avid writer. I write for it's funny, in my little world, it's Fraud Magazine. I write for Fraud Magazine, which I've been doing for, almost 8 years now as a columnist, constantly coming up with new ideas and bringing fresh content to your customers or prospective customers is the way that you stay relevant. And I think the word relevant and relatable are probably closely linked, although I don't know exactly, but they seem like they should be.
Well, your passion definitely shines through for everything that you do at work, and I overhear most of your conference calls. So I know that too. Thank you for being a guest on the show.
My pleasure.
For everybody that's watching, go find something interesting to say to somebody. And while you're doing that, stay tuned because we've got some great guests coming up next.